Gucci Craftz. Gucci Craftz.
Hey y'all, it's Gucci and I'm back. Yes, I'm back tonight with a very quick tutorial tonight. I'm going to make a back to school gift for my daughter's teacher out of this 20-ounce wine glass. I got this wine glass from the Dollar Tree. We're going to do some vinyl work on it. I have this little saying I want to put on there. I'm going to show you guys in Design Space. And then the bottom of it, I want to bedazzle a bit. I'm going to be using some pearl jewels and just a regular acrylic rhinestones that you pick up from Michael's. And we're going to apply those with some gem tack so that it does not dull the rhinestones out. If you use E6000 with these less expensive rhinestones, it's going to completely take away their shine and dull them out. So gem tack is the best. I think gem tack is the best to use anyway because it's non-toxic. And bedazzling or bejeweling or blinging out, whatever you want to call it, takes a little bit of time, and you're just sitting there like inhaling the vapors from the E6000, which is not healthy for you. You even said it on the box. Read it. So let's jump right in. All right, so let's get right on into it. We're going to start a new project. And so I have already measured this 20-ounce glass, and I want to do my design at 3.5 by 3.5. Now, what you can do to help yourself stay within those parameters are close to them. So I take a box, and I'm going to put I'm going to do it at 4 by 4. So box is going to be like my little template area for my design. I'm going to turn it white and leave it as a cut so that I can see the lines around it. Okay. And there's a little saying that I want to put. I'm going to type everything out. I just took a 100% that teacher. Okay. So I'm going to make this very smaller just so we can see everything that I typed out. Let me see. I want to divide these up. I might do it like that. Or do it DNA test. Take a DNA test. Turns out %. That teacher. I kind of want the 100% by itself. Versus DNA test turned out. And now what I'm going to do, I think that that's how I want it to look. Now I'm going to highlight it all and I'm going to ungroup to lines. So now each one of these lines is separate. as we can see over here in our layers panel. And I want to make this 100 really big. Bigger than all this. And center everything. Okay, now I want to see, I want to change the font. I'm gonna have to change the font line by line because when I move to lines, I want something simple because I just want to make this a really simple glass. The bling is what is going to make this glass stand out. I don't like that font at all. Let's see. I always have my go-tos, but I like to try something different every now and again. I usually always go to this one for a font that I want to have a little razzle dazzle to, just a little tinge of something. I don't want to do any script. Oh, no, script might be cute. Let's see how that looks. That might be a little difficult to read. We'll see. We can do some mixed media with it. I like that. Now let's see if we turn this one to Babette. How it looks. Let me see if we can do that better. Mm-hmm. And I'll change this one to my other go-to one. Where is it? Oh no, what happened? Give it back. We need to delete you. I'm sure to delete that. Let's see, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I know I'm past of it. There it is. No, I'm trying to 100 for the same thing. Center it all again. And we are going to have to bring these all together. So we'll ungroup. Bring them closer. Not too many I have to bring together. Let's bring this together as a whole and then we'll move it over. We'll group that. Let's group this one. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold down my shift button and I'm going to move my word over. That helps it to stay a little steady when you're moving. So if you hold down the shift and move over, right? So good. And group that one together. Ungroup. Where's my shift? I'm gonna highlight it and group it. Highlight group. That one's fine, but we'll group it back. And bring it. Then we'll realign it again. After we get this group on the line. Group that. We're only doing this because our script does not come together. Cricut, hurry up and fix that. It'll make my life a lot easier. And this is a Cricut font. So isn't that crazy? I could see if it was bought, but this is a Cricut font, so I feel like these should at least already type out together, but they don't. So, and that's a big no-no to leave your script font open like that. Script is not supposed to be open. And by open, I mean to have the letters stretched out the way that they are here and not touching each other. We want them to touch. The only thing I hate about this font is those really thin lines. But this will be a pretty good size, so we should be okay. Nope, not doing that one. We will do the 100%. We can save. Ah, did I already group this one? I think I had already grouped that. Teacher. Move that over. We're going to group that. Now that we did all of that, let's align it. There we go. And I want to actually make this one a little bit bigger. Okay, now I'm going to highlight it all. I think that I have it all. Let me see. Got a little bit more. And if I group my 100%, so it's already grouped. Just make my 100% bigger. I'm going to line it up again, just make sure that it's aligned. There we go. Now that I have everything the way that I want it, this is all going to cut in one color. I haven't decided the color yet, but I'll decide by the time it's time to stick it in the machine in a few seconds. I'm going to go ahead and weld this. And I'm going to weld it because this is exactly the way that I want it to be. And I want everything to cut just how it is. The only thing that I was thinking about maybe changing the color to is the 100%, but I think that I'm going to bling that out. So I think that we'll just leave it all the same color. So I'm gonna go ahead and weld. Once we weld, there's no going back. Now everything is right there. If we wanted to undo this, we can go to contour and take some things out, or we could slice them off if we wanted to. So now what we're gonna do that we have this together is we're gonna take this back down to our 3.5 by 3.5. And I don't know who her teacher is going to be yet. So once I know who her teacher is going to be, then I will go ahead and add their name to the back of the cut. School doesn't start until the 22nd, so they'll let us know in maybe another week or two what the teacher's name is going to be. I'm just going to center that within my box, center vertically. Okay, and then I'm going to bring this back up to 100% because we were looking at it at about 25%. I'm just imagining that this would be my glass. It's my little template here. And I like the way it looks. It looks good to me. It's at 3.5 by 3.5 for this 20-ounce glass. Usually for big mugs or glasses, that's kind of how I go. It measured out at about 4 long, and on the glass, which I'll show you when I grab the phone and come back on the cameras, I kind of like to try to stay away from the curved part itself. Sometimes with certain designs, you can't avoid it. But there are ways that you can get vinyl on that part of it. I just kind of like to stay away from it. This design may drop a little bit into the curve, and that's going to be fine. So we will get rid of this. We're going to go ahead and go to make it. Okay. From here, we're going to go to continue. I'm going to select Oliver. That's our green machine. Ollie, 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 Ollie. All right, you guys. So Oliver did his thing, and we're getting ready to put our vinyl on the glass. I've already weeded it, and I have it down on my transfer tape. I'm trying to make sure you guys can see it. It is a hieroglyphic vinyl that I'm using, like a hieroglyphic reflective vinyl that I'm using. So it may be a little hard in the light, but if I turn the lamp off, you guys won't be able to see all this chocolateness. So we got to keep the light on. But there it is, and I did it in like this pink hieroglyphic. When the light hits it a certain way, it turns like an orangish color. So it's very, very pretty. So we're going to be putting it on this 20-inch glass. 20-ounce, girl. All right. So to make sure that you guys can see, lift you up a little bit more. So I'm going to be kind of tilting this down like this. We're going to be getting this on. So first I need to remove it from the tape. Everything has stayed pretty much lined up where it needs to be. So we know that when we get it on our glass, we're going to be cool. Because we have a bit of a curved surface here, what I'm going to do to help myself out to get this on here without having bubbles is I'm going to give a couple of slits to the transfer tape, making sure that I miss my design, of course. And what this is going to do is this is going to give me more pliability with the transfer tape. It's going to make it easier for me to maneuver it, and it won't be as stiff. And I should be able to get this on without bubbles. So that's our main goal. We want to keep the bubbles out. There's methods to get your bubbles away if you do end up getting them, but it's just easier if you can learn how to get this on without the bubbles, because they are unsightly and I hate them. Okay. I've cleaned my glass off with alcohol prep pads. You can use regular alcohol if you want. I got a bunch of these from the doctor's office that I used to work at, so I have like tons of them. So, but Amazon sells them, or you can just buy alcohol. So I'm gonna use the edge of the table here just to steady my glass. And what I want to do is make sure that I'm centered here. I don't want to be too far up here, and I don't want to be too much on the curve, just because it makes it a little bit harder to get things on there. So once I get it where I want it, there, right there in the middle, I'm going to do the middle. Then I'm going to go over to one side. And what I'm doing is I'm pushing all the air out. I don't care if the transfer tape is wrinkled. What I don't want is wrinkles on top of my vinyl. See, that's how it should be coming off with ease, just like that. Just like that. Especially with the slits. And see there, this is the part that I get concerned about with wrinkles in the transfer tape. I don't know if you guys could really see it.
See that little hump right there? That came from the transfer tape not being laid flat on top of that part. That's why I didn't varnish it. Because if I had a varnished it like that, then I would have got a crease. I would have got that crease. But you see, I'm able to go ahead and take that hump out, and you don't see the bubble or the crease within the vinyl. That's why I started taking it apart like that, because I didn't want to varnish this part knowing that I had that crease over the vinyl. That is what is going to give you your bubbles, your crinkles, and your wrinkles. You can get rid of those with the hair dryer. See how this is coming off just like this? That's how the rest of it should have came off with ease like that. But we're able to make sure that this is laying flat, which makes me happy. If you have a wrinkle over your vinyl and you start varnishing, and by varnishing I mean getting the vinyl onto the glass with your varnishing tool, which could be anything, a credit card, a ruler, or something that you get in a set, then you are going to get that wrinkle within your vinyl, and that is going to create bubbles for you. And I don't like the bubbles. Yeah, this took our eye down a little bit further than I would like for it to be. It made it kind of crooked, the just in the eye. And my T, I feel like it needs to be higher. So I'm going to pop my T off of there real quick. And I'm going to put it back on where I think it should go. This is permanent vinyl, but if you catch it right when you put it on there, because it takes this vinyl 24 hours to cure. So if you catch it right when you get it on there, you can get it off and reposition it. And then the I just took like, oh, that's kind of crooked. It makes me want to redo it, to be honest with you. I'm going to try to move the eye up a little bit. Let me see what level the A is on. I mean, either that or I can make it seem like it's meant to be crooked like that. Yeah, if I tilt the eye a little bit, yeah, we can make it seem like it's meant to be like that. The transfer tape kind of moved our position a little bit, but me tilting the eye inward a little bit and moving up the turns out, it makes it look like I want it to be like that. Let's put the towel down in there so you can really see it. Yeah, that's going to be cute. Yeah, it's got our script looking like we kind of want it to be kind of off kiltered a little bit, so that's cool. Still turns out great. Now, the next thing that we need to do is go through and we are going to put our gems. My lips are so dry, honey. We're going to put our gems onto the vinyl here, onto the 100. So let me see how tacky my gem tack has got because it's been sitting here. We're going to put a little bit more gem tack. This is what we're using, gem tack. So I'm going to squirt out just a little more because I feel like this has gotten too tacky for us to use. You don't want your gem tack to be too tacky because then you have less time to work with putting your gems on. So I'm just squeezing a little bit out here, just on the back of a piece of paper, okay? And I'm going to use my little paintbrush here. And I'm going to just give my one a little bit of gem tack. And I'm just painting along the outline of the one, like all over the one. Some people use the tip of the bottle. I like to use a paintbrush. You don't want too much, but you want enough on there where it's going to actually adhere the gem. These are the gems that we're going to be using. So I have these pearl gems, and I have some of these. We're going to mix them. Diamond and pearls is the theme that I was going with. We're going to be using our little wax tip to pick those up. So I'm going to try this size. Yeah, that's nice. And I'm going to kind of mix it a little bit here and there between the diamonds and the pearl. Right. And I'm going to get that there. And then let's see if we have some really, really small ones that are even smaller. So we have our one for our 100. Goes pretty quickly when you have a good tool like this, and then you have the right amount of gem tack on there. Not too little, not too much, just enough to get tacky. And then you don't want to have a bunch of excess. It will dry clear, but you'll be able to see it on the glass still. So we're going to do our other 0 here. And that's a little too much. I'm going to use this and just spread it out. I got that little part down there. And you want to try to stick with your outline when you're putting your gems. Doing bigger or smaller, it just gives it a little bit more dimension when you're putting them down. Okay. Again, not too little, not too much. We'll go through, we'll get our jewels. All right. And I'm using the smallest one of pearls. I'm going to go through and do the other side. And I'm going to go in and I'm going to find a little bitty. I'm going to kind of move these up a little bit. I'm going to move this one up. And just give a dab more of glue in here. Just a dab more. I really would like to be able to fill up the corner of that O up there, but I think it would make it look a little weird. I don't have anything quite that small in this set. Now we have our 100%. That is blinged out. And then we're gonna go ahead and put some on the bottom of the glass too. Oh, that moved a little bit. Come back over there. And that's the thing too with your gems. You wanna make sure that it's holding the shape of whatever you're using for your outline so that people will be able to tell what the heck it is that you outlined. Okay. Now what we're gonna do is, where you at? Okay. We're we're going to get in there and we're going to do some on the bottom. Not very many, just a few. I probably use these big ones on the bottom. Maybe something like, come here, big one. Something like this around it with some of the bigger jewels. Just go around like that is what I'm probably going to do. Oh, come on. Okay. I almost got some gem tack on it. I think I touched it the wrong way. And what I'm going to do for these is I'm going to kind of try to paint the bottom a bit. Come here. Now you're going to gem tack on the... We'll just hold it like this. And give a little bit of paint to the bottom. Paint. Y'all know what I'm saying. Gem tack. To the bottom to make sure that it stays. Not too much, because when we press this down, we don't want the excess to come running out of it. See, we have nothing coming out. Sorry, we have nothing coming out on the sides. And that's what we want. We can use our tweezers to hold this other size. The bigger size I was able to just hold in my hand. Let me see if it'll work with my tweezers. Nope, it's running away because of the way that it's shaped. Okay. Well, all right then. I guess I do have to hold you in my hand. It's fine. And again, we just want to get just enough for this to stick. It doesn't take much. And this glue is like it's super permanent. You can use gem tack on clothes, shoes, glass, wood, it says. So there's a lot of uses. And I'm probably going to end up adding some more, like down here. Like maybe something like that. Yeah. It's hard to paint it on holding it on this. See, it's gonna follow me again on that thing. Yeah, I might just go around and paint the whole base if I'm gonna do more than these. I don't want anything that low though. Want to keep everything above that bottom rim right there. I just want it all to be like surrounding. So let's just go through, and our gem tag is starting to dry up over here because we have it out. I'm gonna go through and just paint here. I do little sections at a time because that helps. So then we'll just be able to, I'm just curving it. We'll just be able to stick the gems on there. We won't have to paint each one. My idea was first just to put a couple of big ones on there, but it's just something about doing the different sizes that I like. I'm addicted to that part when it comes to doing the rhinestones. And we'll just go in and we'll just add different sizes here and there to the mix. All right, let's see if we can get a little bitty one up in there. Now we'll go around. And this is just me being extra here on the bottom, because you don't really have to do this on the bottom. The top is good enough, but I want to be extra. Let me go through, and I mean, that's just gonna add a little bit more razzle
So there we
dazzle.
are.
This is the bottom. That light's really messing with me tonight. Let me see if I can get you guys at another angle if I move the. So there's our bottom. And then there's our top. And if I wanted to, I can go in and I can put more jewels. And what I might do is when I add the name on the back is to go ahead and put her name in jewels. So I'm just gonna stick this towel down in here to give you guys a better look at it. So you can see. This is the part I'm not really too happy about, but because I tilted the eye, it kind of looks like I wanted to go like. I think it came out super, super cute. I like the diamonds and pearls look. And those pearls, again, this light is just, okay, you can kind of see how iridescent they are right there. They kind of sparkle and shine just like the vinyl does. And then we have them at the bottom mixed with our jewels. And let me see if I just move that thing out the way. When I want that light to work good, it doesn't. But tonight it's messing with our, there we go. If I pull it back a little bit more, you can see them. So I am very, very excited about this. I hope that her future teacher likes it. She gonna need all of this wine. Dealing with Minnie, honey. I hope it's a she. If it's a he, we'll do another one. And then we'll have another YouTube video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's been long as heck. Putting them little jewels on takes time, y'all. And then our little transfer tape debacle. I need to go back to my regular contact transfer tape. But anyways, so you guys, the website is still 50% off right now. The www.iteachcrafts.com. That's still 50% off if you use code Craftz50 to sign up for your classes. We have tons of classes coming up. August the 3rd starts our Photoshop class. And that's going to be the 3rd, the 10th, and the 17th. Exciting. And then, so the 3rd, the 10th, and the 17th, it will be our Photoshop class. And then we have a clip art class that's going to start the 10th and the 17th of August. That's the Photoshop class is a 3-part class. The clip art class is a 2-part class. That Photoshop class is being taught by Miss Shan from Shan Graphics. And then we have Miss Johnny Dale teaching our clip art class. She's going to teach us how to draw. If you are in the Iteach Crafts group, you got to see that little preview class that she gave us where she did a drawing. And it was, I mean, she just drew it like it was nothing, honey. She made me feel like I could draw. So I'm going to be sitting in on that class myself, okay? And my hair looks so crazy in the video, but it's okay. I love y'all. Y'all love me. I love y'all. Y'all love me. I have my print and cut class coming up for Design Space. It's going to be coming on August the 4th. And then August the 11th, I have Epoxy Essentials. It's going to teach you all about epoxy. And then I have on the 18th, my t-shirts creations class is going to teach you how to layer vinyl, how to line up and how to make your t-shirts. So that class is going to be bomb.com. And then also today, I just got approval for Michael's to teach at inside of the Michael's store. Yes. So the first class I'm going to be teaching is going to be August the 25th. It's a Sunday. And it's going to be at 12 o'clock. If you're local and you are from the Bay Area or you're near Fairfield, California, that's where I will be teaching the class. It is going to be Design Space Boot Camp. Again, that's going to be just the first class that I teach there. I'm going to get into other things where I do the actual live classes. Right now, I'm only opening up those classes to 8 students. So I have 8 slots. August the 25th at 12 p.m. in Fairfield, California. And then September the 1st. So 2 Sundays in a row, I'm going to be teaching at the Michaels in Fairfield. I'm going to leave the link for you guys to get those, to sign up for those classes at Michaels in the description box, as well as all the classes that we have on www.iteachcrafts.com. I love you. I love you. I love you. This video is super long and I didn't mean for it to be that long, but thank y'all for hanging in there with me. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Gucci Craftz, or Iteach Craftz. Craftz is with a Z. Don't forget to join the Facebook group, Iteach Craftz group on Facebook. And love y'all. Bye.
Gucci Craft. Gucci Craft.